Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to take on this challenge issued by SPD Singapore, that's the Society of Physically Disabled. So they are running some campaign that challenges people to use their non-dominant hand and post a photo or video of the activity on their social media. Now the goal of this challenge is to create more awareness to the challenges that people with disability face, especially for those who have to relearn their functional skills and raise funds to enable them to have access to therapy care and services. So this, I think, is going to be a pretty fun challenge. To make this even more challenging, I will be sketching this cyclist on his bicycle. So sketching something as technical as a bicycle can be quite, well, fun. I am right-handed, so I will be drawing with my left hand today. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can download the reference photo in the video description below. Holding the pen in my left hand, I'm already starting to feel a bit weird. So let's see. Wow, this is not easy. So I'm going to try and use contour drawing techniques as much as possible. So this is definitely not easy. And as I am drawing, I realize that my hand is actually blocking what I can see. Maybe because of the angle of the sketchbook. And also I have another challenge, which is the camera that is on my right side blocking me. So usually when I am recording, I would place the camera on the opposite side of my hand. So I'm right-handed, I usually place the camera on the left side. So today the camera is on the right side. Alright, I think so far so good. I definitely need to go a bit slower. So my lines, I would say my lines are still quite straight. Not as jittery or wobbly as I expect. Oops, one straight line there. Drawing a circle and ellipse, it's difficult. Okay, so let's draw the other sleeve. Oops, the angle is off. Never mind. I'm going to restate the line. So I'm going to draw this like this and down. And this hand will stretch down further. I'm almost done. Drawing this sketch feels really weird. So the challenge that I have is to draw straight lines and to draw curves and ellipses. Those are particularly challenging with my left hand, my non-dominant hand. So this is the pen and ink sketch. It was Really fun to draw this, although during the whole drawing process it definitely feels very weird. I had difficulties drawing those short straight lines. See all these lines, they are supposed to be straight, but here they are kind of wobbly, and whenever I reach this side of the circle, of the curve, you can see my lines, they start to wobble quite violently. Here as well, especially on this side. And drawing little details like this, very challenging. So this is really challenging. In fact, this whole part here where all the lines are very short, it's very challenging. See this line here, supposed to be straight, but for some reason my hand drew it like a curve. Sometimes my hand would slip as well, such as this line extension here at the end of the finger. And here I slipped as well. The angle is not right, so I have to redraw this part again. Another thing I notice is sometimes when I am drawing, I like to place my finger from the other hand on the paper to help remind me of certain points or important locations. So for example, if there is a vanishing point here, I may place my finger here and draw the lines to the vanishing point, but if I don't have my other hand, then I won't be able to do that. So my workflow will change. The way I think about doing things, it will change, it will be different. All right, now let's paint this. I have my watercolor pens here. Should I put it here or should I put it here? Maybe I should put it here so that when I paint, I can move like this so that I don't have my hand accidentally hit the pens. So let me just wet the pens first. The yellow and blue are actually Daniel Smith watercolor sticks that were cut to place into this big plastic Kansai Tambi pens. And this red one, this is the standard size for the Kansai Tambi pens. Or is it the smaller size? Actually, I cannot remember. Anyway, let's paint. I need to, oops, I cannot hold the pens. So if I have the pens like this, I need to have some way to secure it. If not, it's going to move around. So as much as possible, I'm going to try to avoid using my right hand to help me. So I'm going to mix the colors on the paper. Oops, too much red. Let me quickly pick this up if I can. All right. Too much red, so we need more yellow and a little bit of blue. I need to hold my brush properly. It's a bit weird. It's definitely not easy, but it's easier compared to drawing lines. I think I shall put this on the table instead so that when I pick up the paint, at least the pens, they will run against the edge of the sketchbook so that they don't move much. So now I'm going to paint the shirt, the t-shirt. Let me hold my brush properly. I was about to drop my brush earlier, so this is the t-shirt. When I am painting with my right hand, I usually go from left to right, but now that I am painting with my left hand, I need to go from right to left. I hope I didn't say it wrongly, because left and right now it's a bit difficult for me to, can be a bit confusing to me right now. And also when I'm painting from right to left, the brush has to go in this direction, because if it's like this, the angle of the hand, it's weird, and also the brush stroke, it's going to look a bit weird. Oops, again, it's too much red. So I'm just using one hand. If I have my other hand, I can use the tissue with my other hand and paint with my left hand. Next, for the pens and the tires, I am going to mix a black using yellow, blue and red. I'm going to have the paint mix on the paper, and then I can add some red to it. I need to make sure that I paint within the lines and make sure that this tiny area there on the right side, I can reach it with the tip of my brush. So now I'm painting at my slower than usual speed. Sometimes when painting you need to work a bit faster, especially with watercolor. If you want to use wet on wet techniques, you may have to paint a lot faster. But this is my first time painting with my left hand, so I'm going a bit slow just to make sure that I paint the areas correctly. So drawing those tiny little lines, those short lines, very challenging for me with the pen. And with the brush, it's also kind of challenging. I need to figure out how much pressure I need to put in order to get a thicker stroke. So this is where I need to use the fine line of the brush to paint this as delicately as I can. Not sure if you noticed, but I forgot to draw the vertical bar that connects this bar to the wheels, and this angle, I'm not sure if it's like this. Anyway, it's a bit off because you see this connection here, this part here is supposed to go straight up, so maybe like this. And lastly, this cable here that will go up all the way to the handlebar. So the light source I think is coming from that direction, so this t-shirt is darker starting from here. Let me be very careful not to paint over the guy's arms or neck, and like this. I also have to make sure that I don't damage my brush, because as I go over to the pen, putting my brush like this, I should actually lift my brush and then place it on the paint and then pick up the paint. And now let me just create a bit more contrast here for the long pants against the basket. I actually like the red, just that I need to have this contrast to differentiate the long pants against the basket. And for the lower section there, I'm going to wash my brush, clean it, and try to fit this. Okay, try to fit this as much as I can. And lastly, the shadows. So I'm just going to draw a straight line underneath the bicycle, if I can actually draw a straight line. Alright, and now I'm going to use my one hand to uncap the white gel pen and draw some more details here for the bicycle basket. This sketch is almost done. I just need to add a little bit more details. So this is the completed sketch drawn and painted with my left hand. It turned out better than I expected, maybe because I was drawing and painting really slowly, making sure that the lines are where they should be. SPD Singapore provides therapy care and services such as training to people with disability to help them and also to integrate them with our society. They also provide services to customers. For example, the one that I know of is book binding. I'm sure they have a lot of other services. You can check out more information on their website. So if you want to do something different today, challenge yourself by drawing with your non-dominant hand. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye!